For the watercolor project, one of the first steps is going to be taping your paper onto one of these wood boards. Now remember, you need to make sure that you are taping on the smooth surface and not this surface that is a little bit more rough. The tape does not like to stick to that and it will eventually just lift right off. So make sure that you're taping it onto the smooth surface. Now you need to make sure you tape around each side of the paper. What that's going to do is it's going to create a small, nice, clean white border around the project paper. So when you start to tape, you need to make sure that you are first measuring how much tape you need. So you'll take some tape out, kind of hold it up, make sure that there's tape going to go over both sides of the piece of paper. Once you've measured it, then you can rip the piece of tape, and then you can actually see through this tape, so it's easier to figure out how much of a border you're creating. So then when you figure out how much you need, you'll just set the tape down, press it, and crease it really, really well. This is important to make sure it's not going to lift off, and also that no water is going to seep underneath the tape. So crease it, then we'll do the next side. Measure. Create the small border. Do not put very much tape onto the actual piece of paper. You just need a small, about 1/4 of an inch border. Press it down, crease it really well. Now this side, you might notice that it kind of has this rough edge. This is how watercolor paper comes. Originally, it's a very, very large piece of watercolor paper, and then I cut it down to this specific size. So that's how water paper comes. That's how it's made. It has that rough edge. Don't cut it off. What you're going to do is just act like it's one of these normal sides. Measure, and then look for that small border as well. This side might need to be just a little bit bigger, but you want just about all sides to be equal. If there's extra tape, you can just fold it over onto the kind of the back of the board. So this is the taping process for the project. Again, it's very, very important that you're trying to create that small border around the whole piece. Also that you're pressing down, creating a creased edge, so it's going to help the tape to stick to the project paper. After this, then you would do a light pencil drawing and you would move on to working with the watercolor.